Merseyside derby is always a calendar highlight, and this meeting at Goodison Park in August 2003 was no exception. Everton had begun the season well and were in 8th place. However, they were well aware that they hadn't beaten the Reds at home for 6 years. Liverpool had started poorly and were under pressure from their fans for a lack of goals. They'd managed just 1 in 3 games. Everton had a goalkeeping crisis. Third choice Steve Simonsen was the only available senior keeper at the club. They did have a very pacey-looking forward line, with Tomasz Radzinski partnered by Wayne Rooney. More good news for Everton fans was the return of Duncan Ferguson to the bench after suspension. Croatian Igor Biscan, normally a midfielder, continued at the back for Liverpool in place of the injured Stefan Ancho. Gerrard went with the same 11 players who'd drawn 0-0 with Tottenham in their last Premiership game. This meant that John Arne Riise and Danny Murphy had to be content with places on the bench. Harry Kewell operated just behind the front 2 strikers, Micheal Owen and Milan Baros. Mike Riley, the man in charge. Alan Parry, the commentator.
Everton in blue, of course, get us underway. The first few juddering tackles are normally there to set the scene, if you like, for the rest of the 90 minutes. As Pembridge wins the header, Watson on the right. Carragher's miskick clearance, cheered sarcastically by the home crowd, and Everton get the first throw. Rooney and Radzinski, a very live wire strike force on paper. Pistone, the Italian, will take the throw, the former Inter Milan player. Huge distance on it as well, and that'll be the first corner to the home side. Carragher's made a very nervy opening here. Used to be an Evertonian in his school days, as indeed were many of Liverpool's most famous players, including Micheal Owen, whose father actually played for Everton. The linesman has gone against Everton on that and signalled a goal kick. Smiles from Harry Kewell, getting his first taste of a Merseyside derby. He's never played in anything quite like this in his Leeds United days. Good clearance by Alan Stubbs, the Everton skipper. Pistone, the Italian. Hyypia's clearance. Watson did well. Pistone with a second chance to get it in, and really bright play there as Rooney went sliding in on the near post. Typical of this young man, who's so aware of opportunities, so quick to spot an opening. Graham Sharp and Ian Rush, two great former derby rivals who knew all about goal scoring in this particular fixture. And off go Everton again, and Radzinski's onside here, and Rooney's sprinting forward in support. Well, he chose to go it alone. Maybe that was a mistake. Rooney had got forward and possibly was in a better position here. Once again, terrific combination between those two. Some people regard Rooney as just an out-and-out goal scorer. He's far more than that, as he showed then, with a lovely ball. And had Radzinski squared this one back to Wayne Rooney, Everton might have been looking at a 1-0 lead. Clearance, and a foul. Stubbs on Owen. Taken. Good exchange of passes. Smicer helping it on to Diouf, who's now moved over to the left-hand side. Free header for Unsworth, and really that was poor defending by Everton. They should not have conceded a corner in that situation. Can Liverpool take advantage in the 20th minute? Their second corner in quick succession. Biscan trying to find some room, so too Sami Hyypia. It was Watson who got it clear. Good cross this time, it's come straight back out to Harry Kewell, and then Finnan trying the shot. Here's Gerrard. Liverpool piling the pressure on here. Sami Hyypia's remained forward. Oh, it was a poor effort by Kewell this time. But he was right underneath the shot and should have done better, really. Striking Watson on the elbow. That might have been the earlier effort, I think. Gerrard. Hyypia's clearance poor. Pembridge for Everton. Interesting ball over the top. And it's been set up here for the shot. Well, Dudek might have expected better from Naysmith then, who can hit the ball well. He's a decent goal scorer from those wide midfield positions. Perhaps would have preferred that on his left foot to his right. He scored a couple of goals last season, Gary Naysmith, but he wasn't a regular in Everton's starting lineup, the Scottish international. He's already got one goal this season in the 3-1 victory against Fulham. Everton lost 2-1 at Arsenal in their opening match, then beat Fulham 3-1 and drew 2-2 with Charlton in midweek. Liverpool have lost to Chelsea, drawn against Villa and drawn against Tottenham. Both the last two results goalless as they threaten here. But again, it's a poor effort by a man who Liverpool are still waiting to deliver the goods. Harry Kewell. Carragher again. Here's Gerrard. Good possession by Liverpool. Finnan. On to Diouf. And again, Hadji Diouf. Clever. Brilliant skills by Hadji Diouf. Simonsen was there to make sure the danger came to an end, but he tied the Everton defence into knots there. The Senegalese World Cup player, who has looked Liverpool's most dangerous player in this first half. Hyypia. Calmly back by Gerrard to Biscan. That's a good ball. And it's come through to Micheal Owen. Liverpool take the lead. Micheal Owen does it again. Everton will say it was against the run of play, but try telling that to the red half of Merseyside. 7 minutes before half-time, and the Predator Supreme has rescued Liverpool again. Good build-up, good ball, and Owen did the rest. Liverpool's top scorer in each of the last half a dozen seasons has scored for the second campaign in a row on the ground of the old enemy. That's good skill from Smicer. A good ball too to the goal scorer. Well, Owen is just waiting on the edge of the box, and the cross will be kept in by Hadji Diouf. Once again, mesmerising Everton defenders with his close control. A rocky period of the game this for the home side. Radzinski for them. Now Rooney, and he's got support right and left. And it was a decent ball too. Watson's taking it on, and back it goes. A great save by Dudek from Rooney. The game really opening up now. But Liverpool have found gaps again, and it's Owen once more. Well, he tried to deliberately find that far corner again. This time it brought a great save out of Simonsen. Whereas at the other end, Liverpool had their goalkeeper, Jerzy Dudek, to thank for keeping them in front. From that range, you would have expected Rooney to deliver. Well, considering he's played such little first-team football in recent times, Simonsen that is, you have to applaud him for that save. Rooney, well, he doesn't need telling that he should have brought Everton level. And made history in the process by becoming the youngest ever scorer in a Merseyside derby. And Liverpool find an opening again, and another fine save by Simonsen from Kewell. Well, suddenly, after 35 minutes of solid, but in many respects doer football, this game has really opened up with a host of scoring opportunities. There's another. Kewell denied what would have been his first Liverpool goal by another fine save. And Everton get the free kick. It might be their final opportunity in normal time in the first half to draw level. There's not going to be much stoppage time. The skipper, Alan Stubbs, goes forward. Closely marked by Biscan. Hyypia keeping an eye on the other central defender, Yobo. Pembridge's kick. It was a good one too. And Liverpool still haven't got it clear. They might have done now. Well, the whistle's gone anyway. The referee saw an infringement in there, and a minute of stoppage time has been added by Mr. Riley. Bit of pushing there by Rooney, I would have thought, initially. Yobo's clearance. Hesitation by Everton's players, and Unsworth has given it away to Steven Gerrard. There is the half-time whistle in what's been a pretty evenly fought half. The score has a horribly familiar look if you're an Evertonian. It's Everton 0, Liverpool 1. Watson takes up this early attack for Everton. Carragher holding him off cleverly. And then Liverpool clumsily give the ball back. Pistone's cross. It's come out to Graveson. And he wins a free kick with his first challenge of the game against Vladimir Smicer. Suffered a knee injury playing for Denmark in a recent international and has missed the last two. Big favourite, as you can hear with the crowd here. Stubbs can certainly belt the ball if they can get it to him quick enough before he's closed down by the Liverpool players. No, it's Pembridge who's going to hit it. Oh, great save! And Radzinski couldn't force it in, nor could Yobo. Wonderful stop by Dudek. And in the first 2 minutes of the second half, Everton so close to an equaliser. A brave and talented piece of goalkeeping here by the Pole Jerzy Dudek. Clever free kick. It actually deflected off the Liverpool player as Pembridge hit it. There, Dudek lost it temporarily and Liverpool got away with that. But the first stop, excellent, because that ball was moving. There could have been some real controversy there if Everton had got a goal out of that incident. Well, it wouldn't be a local derby without controversy. Dave Galley, the Liverpool physio, just making sure that Dudek is okay. He started the last 25 games for Liverpool, keeping out Chris Kirkland, who most good judges of the game consider to be England's finest young goalkeeper and a real star of the future. Gerrard clears the Everton corner. And Liverpool survive another scary moment. And another, because they've now got a free kick for that challenge by Rooney on Hyypia. He's not been at his best yet today, Wayne Rooney. That one great opportunity that I mentioned, missed that. Looks like Naysmith might have gone in at left back to replace Unsworth, who was being tied in knots continually by Hadji Diouf. And David Moyes' reaction is to take off his number 6, bring on Graveson, and it looks as though he's moved Naysmith to left back. Pistone, the right back. So incidentally, he could equally play on the other flank. Was fouled there by Baros. Clearance by Hyypia. Yobo's header misdirected. Stubbs is going to have to chase here. Micheal Owen right behind him. Naysmith finds Graveson. Biscan's done a steady job at the back for Liverpool today. Stubbs failing to hold off Owen. And Everton in trouble here. And it's a good save. Smicer appearing late on the scene. And Simonsen has made 3 absolute top quality saves for Everton today. Otherwise, this game now might be beyond their reach already. Sami Hyypia. Out of play for an Everton throw, but Vladimir Smicer almost doubling Liverpool's lead here. Very clever Owen. Even though Stubbs flicked the ball away, he made space for Smicer. And although Simonsen dived the wrong way, he still kept the ball out. Clattering challenge by Kewell on Pistone. And I thought that would happen. And deservedly so, I think, on this occasion. The first Liverpool player to be yellow carded. Complaints from the home fans who wanted to see red, but that would have been harsh, even though it was very high by Kewell. And certainly deserved the caution. He had his eyes on the ball. I don't think he realised that Pistone was coming in at full tilt like that, but clearly a yellow card offence. Will tell you that was Kewell, and that wasn't a bad ball for Baros. And he's got round Yobo. Brilliant play from Baros, sets it up again, and it's number 2 for Liverpool. And it's Owen again. What a start to the second half. Liverpool could have found themselves level. Instead, they find themselves 2 goals to the good. Brilliantly set up by Baros. Finished in typical style by Micheal Owen. Yobo has to take some of the blame here. He allowed Baros to get inside him. Lovely little tap ball, and from that range Owen simply does not miss. Right into the corner, beyond Simonsen's reach, and Liverpool are on course for their first win of the season and their 4th successive victory at Goodison Park. Early yet, but Everton will do well to pull this one out of the fire. I realised the moment he challenged Rooney that the whistle would go. Everton need to take advantage of one of these free kicks. They've been close. Remember the effort from Pembridge about 15 minutes ago, which Dudek saved brilliantly after a deflection. Oh! Dudek stood watching as Ferguson's shot smashed against the crossbar. Everton had a trick up their sleeve, and it was a trick that almost paid off handsomely. Boys can't believe the ill luck his team are having in front of goal today. Duncan Ferguson, who hasn't scored a Premier League goal for 16 months now, denied one by the crossbar. Well, I haven't seen him take too many like that in his career. You think of Duncan Ferguson as a big, strong target man, a great header of the ball, but a subtle free kick. Dispossessed then by Stubbs, but still running, still chasing and fouling on this occasion. A wry smile from Stubbs, who wouldn't have expected a 5'7" striker to provide such a problem. There he goes chasing the through ball again, and he's got round the goalkeeper. Heskey's there with him. He went for goal himself, and who can blame him for that? Kewell has made it 3 and opened his Liverpool account. It's all over now. 3 goals and 3 points for arguably played a part in the goal that clinches victory. Simonsen has been pretty nigh faultless today on his return to the team unexpectedly. Made a mistake there. Owen beat him to it. The header clear fell perfectly for Harry Kewell. And with his excellent left foot, you wouldn't have expected him to miss, and he didn't. Ferguson's there again. So was Sami Hyypia. Owen still pursuing that third goal for him. The final whistle at Goodison Park. Relief and joy for Gerrard and the Liverpool fans. And Liverpool have won the 169th league derby against Everton by 3-0 here.
A sign of things to come. David Moyes couldn't repeat his great first season in charge of the Toffees as his side failed to recapture the form that had made them so hard to beat. They finished 17th, just 6 points above the drop zone. Their main problem, a dreadful away record, which included just 1 win. Despite their sluggish start to the season, Liverpool climbed the table and eventually finished in 4th place, good enough for a Champions League qualification spot. Worryingly for their supporters, though, the team ended up a massive 30 points behind Premiership winners Arsenal.